Hello, International Bears, and welcome to our very special podcast, Global Den Diaries, your friendly guide to navigating life here at Missouri State University. And so, in today's episode, we have a very special guest with us in studio. She is a glam mentor and a GA. I would soon allow her to introduce herself, but first, my name is Kadesh Jonathan Clouden, one of the administrative assistants here at International Services. And with me today is...
Hello, International Peers. I'm Fatima Jura. I'm graduate assistant of College of Education and a proud mentor, glam mentor.
Nice. And I mean, through all of these episodes, we've been talking a lot about getting to know your glam mentor. And so we've been seeing Christabel so much, and then we get to see another one of our glam mentors. Nice. So in today's special episode, we're looking a lot closer at student employment for international students.
Yes.
All right. And I think before we get into it, we first need to make this disclaimer of, or at least go over as to what an F1 student is.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess I could start by elaborating. For a person or a student that's coming to pursue education within the U.S., you will need to have an F1 visa.
Exactly.
You know, and this
That's the first requirement.
Yes, so this permits you to be able to pursue a full-time degree program within the U.S. All right, this is the visa that you would have, and so with that visa, the government expects that your main purpose is coming to pursue a degree program to study. You know, which is totally different from like an F1 of a H1B. Sorry.
Exactly.
You know.
The purpose is to study.
Yeah, you know, so part of the benefits of the F1 visa in this case would be being able to explore on-campus employment, which would allow you to, you know, gain a little money, to do different things, pay your tuition, you know,
and don't forget, it's 20 hours.
Oh yes, definitely. There's a limited time that's allotted, you know, because again, the purpose of the F1 visa is to study. So before we get into on-campus employment, we just want to make that disclaimer to remind persons as to what their main purpose is as they pursue education here at Missouri State. Now, but let's get in a bit more on-campus employment. What are some things that we can do to prepare ourselves for that whole process of on-campus employment?
Yeah. For campus employment, where I will get information about the jobs.
Yes.
It's our MSU website, student employment website. We have it's particularly just write Missouri State University student employment and it will pop up.
Oh yeah.
So you will get each and every detail about every job opportunities, like current job opportunities, and those who want to apply for the graduate assistantship, I mean especially for the graduate students.
Oh yeah.
You can go for current graduate assistantship opening, and it's a different web link, so whatever you write it will pop up. So from them you can get all the information about each and every job opportunities. You just go into that particular web and have the detail about the job description.
And then too, I know that some of them, they have work study on there. And for international students, we're not allowed to do work study because it's primarily for domestic students.
Yes.
So when you do look for on the student employment webpage, I think there's a find a job search tab option there. So it's on the Missouri State website. Just be sure that whilst you're searching through and you're browsing, that you look for the GA positions and the on-campus employments that are not work study.
Yes, that's only for the American.
Nice, but thinking about that whole process of actually getting a job on campus. So we've located on the website where the job was, on the different positions. Like, what's the next step?
The next step is to prepare yourself. That's what I did. When I just arrived in Missouri State, I immediately went to Career Center. We have a huge and helpful resource of our university for getting a proper job for yourself is Career Center. They helped me with my
like your resume.
Developing of my resume, my cover letter. Because I'm from Bangladesh, I used to know the Bangladeshi style.
Yeah.
But here we use the American style, you know.
Yes.
So they guided me how to write the American style resume, cover letter, and they also took some mock interviews.
Oh, those are really good because it gives you real life experience of that interaction.
You know,
for
me, I get nervous easily. So mock interviews helps you Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's the first thing I did. I prepared myself to developing my resume, cover letter, and then mock interviews.
And that's all through the Career Center.
Career Center.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we found the job, we prepped our resume, we kind of did some mock interviews, and now we've gotten the job. We're excited.
Yeah.
You know, what's the next step now? You know, now that we have the job and we're moving on to pursuing the documentation side of things.
Documentation is so important to get the money. So in this case, we have international payroll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So at first we need to get our SSN number. The student need to get the SSN number. Without it, student can't have their like money transaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think they just can't start working until they have an SSN number.
Right.
All right. I think from the international services perspective, usually there's like a job offer form. So now that you've gone to the interview, you've gotten the job, I think that department on campus gives you like a job offer form, and you bring it to the international services office, where we then give you the approval to get your SSN.
Yes.
Nice. And so from there we have the SSN. What's the next step? Like, what do we do?
And after the SSN, just start working.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think?
I mean, definitely checking. I think you mentioned payroll. So we
Yes.
have the SSN, so we check in with payroll and have
Payroll,
that,
yeah.
and all that set up. But yeah, I think that's the main foundation of us first getting the job on campus. You know, definitely. But in terms of us navigating that whole process, what are some other resources that we have that we can access to help get us through that phase, finding the job and
Yes, another important thing is we have another resource as well. It's Launchpad.
Oh yes.
It's located in our Plaster Student Union building. That's the epicenter for the students. You can find everything there, and the type of employment you can get an idea after you come here in Missouri State. Just go and visit PSU building. That's the Plaster Student Union building. You can get the idea of the student job, like working in convenience store, working in our books, university bookstore, working in the food courts, working as a front desk information giver, in the food courts, dining halls, and sports arena. We have recreation center. You can go and work there as a trainer as well, as a safeguard for the swimmers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, we have a lot of opportunities.
So I mean,
for you guys.
all of the ones that you're mentioning is on campus,
Yes.
and I think that's so important to pay attention to. Is that all of these jobs are specifically on campus, which is where international students are allowed to work. I know that some persons might want to go working off campus. Maybe there's like a corner store close to your house or like a grocery nearby. But it's important that to maintain your F1 status, that you only pursue on campus.
I want to add one point about Launchpad. It's a very helpful resource for the international student.
Yeah.
They at first they assess the student and they find the perfect job for the student.
Oh really?
So yes, like of course you can go to online website, but if you go to the Launchpad
In person.
office, in person,
Yeah.
you can feel more confident by having a conversation and everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And again, repeating that point, ensuring that you're working on campus.
On campus.
Oh yes.
Because off campus might cause your visa status risky.
Yeah, it risks your it's opportunity for you to be terminated as an F1 student. Because again, your main purpose as you come to pursue your education is to be enrolled in a full-time degree program. And so again, we are only allowed to work on campus. I mean, now that we're coming to the end of this episode, what are some other things that we can keep in mind to maintain our legal status? So we've gotten the job, we have the SSN, and now we're starting to work. What are some things that we can do as students to maintain that F1 status?
Yes, it's like having a full-time enrollment. For the undergrad students, you need to have 12 credit
12 credit hours.
And for the grad student, it's 9 credit courses.
Nice.
That's the full-time enrollment, and also you need to maintain a good academic result.
Oh yes. Keeping
Mainly
your
for-
GPA up.
Exactly. Mainly for the graduate assistant, it's a must.
And what about the hour requirement? How many hours can we work during the semester on campus?
The hour requirement?
Yeah.
For normally during the fall semester and the spring semester, it's 20 hours. But during the winter vacation and also for the summer vacation, students, you guys can work 40 hours.
Oh wow.
More money.
For a whole week, 40 hours a week.
Yes.
Nice.
And we also have fall break for 1 week and winter spring break for 1 week. So during those 2 weeks, you can also work 40 hours.
That's really good.
More money.
I know, right? Help you pay your bills and your tuition.
Exactly.
And I mean, it's so difficult sometimes to transition to a whole different place. And so having a job on campus allows you that stability to, you know, pursue your studies but yet still enjoy the little scenery that's around in your environment.
Right.
Nice. Is there anything else that we didn't touch on that you want to mention today?
Everything is
Everything is there. One of our glam mentors, once again. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. We want to thank you for tuning in at this time. Be sure to reach out to us via email at internationalservices.missouri.edu if you have any further questions or concerns. And be sure to follow us on social media at MoStateGlobal. MoStateGlobal! Where you can be sure to follow us and like our posts, so we have more coming up with this Global Den Diaries podcast series. Until next time, bye guys.
Bye.